All right, this is 2.1, writing and graphing inequalities. So this is, I guess, day 2. It says compare the following graphs. This was the last question we had yesterday. It said, what are some possible values for x? It said x is less than 5 and 5 is greater than x. My whole thing, Matt, is this. Notice, in each case, I'm eating the 5, aren't I? See how I'm eating the 5? That's like a mouth. So that means 5 is the bigger number. Okay. So any number less than 5 is going to work. So some possible solutions for this would be like x equals 4, x equals 3, x equals 2. Anything less than 5. Okay? Easy enough? You guys want to write that down real quick? Because then I have to align my board. Apparently this is really off. All right. Now it says the graph of an inequality shows the solution set of the inequality on a number line. So with inequalities, Harshan, you don't have one answer, okay? You have many answers. All right. And it can be like just a wide range of numbers, okay? Like the last one, it was any number less than 5, right? Like you go on all day numbering numbers that are less than 5. So how do I show an answer? Well, I use it, or I show it doing a graph, okay? Now we have two things. We have open and closed circles, okay? An open circle means that that point's not included, Kevin. A closed circle means that it is included. Got that? Make sense to you? All right, cool. Now, right above this, you guys have a little bit of room, correct? Right here, you have a little bit of room. That's where I'm going to put some of these notes. So we have, let's see, how do I want to do this? All right, so we have this symbol and this symbol, right? Got that? So we have those two symbols. And then we have these two symbols. These two symbols are open circles. Notice they don't have the line under it. These two symbols are closed circles because they have the line under it. These two are just talking about, they're the less than, okay? And these two are like greater than. So it's kind of like a little diagram. There's another one that I like the diagram better. I just can't think of it now. But this will help us out. Now the bottom two are equal to, okay, Matt? And the top two, we're not talking about equal to. That's the difference between the two. So that's why the top have open circles and the bottom don't. Are you okay with that? I'll give you guys a second to get all of that. All right, so let's take that and apply it to these examples. Liam, this says x is less than 2, right? Liam?
Yeah.
X is less than 2. So what type of circle does that get? Open or closed?
Open.
Open. Now, can you give me a number that's less than 2?
1's less than 2.
1's less than 2. Now, the reason I asked him to give me those pieces of information are it's going to make me or my graphing that much easier. So first thing I need you to do is draw like your number line. So this is how I do it. Most of the times I put 0 in the middle. So I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the left side I have -1, -2, -3, -4. Easy enough, Drew? Drew, easy enough? All right, now, for the graphing part. Liam said it's a open circle. So I'm going to have an open circle at 2. And now I need to figure out which way to shade. All right, so Sophia, I'm going to shade towards 1. Because 1 is less than 2. Is that okay? So I draw my arrow. That one. Have you guys seen this before? Or is this new? You've seen it before? Good. X is greater than 2. Well, we're going to do the same type of thing. 0 is going to go in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. -1, -2, -3, -4. So greater than, I'm going to have my open circle at 2, and I'm going to shade towards the right because I'm eating the x. X is less than or equal to 2. So for this one, yeah. This one it says or equal to, so I have a shaded in circle. I'm going to shade to the right or to the left. X is greater than or equal to. So I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3, -4. And it's going to be a closed circle at 2. I'm going to shade to the right. Now I have this middle column. All right. And this middle column is pretty easy. But I don't want to use this over here. I just want to kind of like talk about, because this is where we're going with it, how to take a graph and get the algebra piece. Okay. From here, it's easy. X is less than 2, right? It's easy to write. But how do I go from here to there? Well, you're going to have two things that you're comparing here. All right, you're going to have x, and you're going to have the number that your circle's at, 2. And then you're going to look at two things. One, what type of circle do you have? Matt, are you tired? Why are you so tired? Were you up late last night? What were you watching? Nothing? Were you watching like Fortnite streaming? Rage quits? It's always good.
Doing work.
Doing work? What type of work? Spanish. It's no bueno. So now we're comparing x and 2. So I have a open circle, which tells me I'm not going to have a line under it. And I'm shading to the left, meaning I'm not eating the x. And this is formal math terms. Okay, I'm not eating the x. Notice that says x is less than 2, according to our symbols, right? X is less than 2. Now, here, we're still comparing x and 2, but on this one, I'm shading to the right. Okay, I have an open circle, so this is x is greater than 2. I'm eating the x. Now let me throw you kind of like a curve. This is me, okay, putting the x's on the left-hand side, which makes it easy. Well, let's be honest here. And Harshan always doesn't abide by the rules, do you, Harshan? Come on. So what if Harshan were to put the x on this side and the 2 over here? It doesn't make him wrong, but you just got to pay more attention to it, okay? Ready? Watch this. Closed circle, right, Harshan? And we're shading to the left, meaning I'm not eating the x, right? And if we focus on whether we're eating the x or not, this becomes simple. Since I'm not eating the x, notice this says 2 is greater than or equal to x, right? That's not what this says, right? This says x is less than or equal to 2. But these two things, Harshan, are the same. Do you see how in both cases I'm not eating the x? Yeah. Just be mindful of that, okay? Really focus on whether if you eat the x, you shade to the right. And if you don't eat the x, you shade to the left. So here with the last one, all right, this one can be written as, okay, if we do it Harshan's way, we're comparing the 2 and the x. Here, I'm shading to the right. Let me use this one. I'm shading to the right, so it's going to be, maybe it's getting called out. Hello? I do. Sure. Bye. You gotta go to the cafeteria. Well, I'm gonna give you 2 guesses. 1, you're in trouble. Or 2, you forgot to fill out the health screening form. Which one do you think it was? Health screening. So bring your phone. So here, if I have the 2 on the left and the x on the right, okay, I'm going to be eating the x because I'm shading to the right. All right, or we could have x on the left, and in either case, Harshan, I'm eating the x. All good with that? All right, graph the inequality. What's up? Oh, it's the mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a good movie. All right, graph the inequality. Ready, Andrew? Open or close circle? Close. At -3, right? Jordan. Jordan. No, I teach all kids. Right. We're gonna pick AJ. AJ.
Yeah. Hello.
AJ, am I shading to the right or to the left? Back to status quo. All right, Kevin, gotta help me out here. Am I shading to the right or to the left? Yeah, very good. Just remember, focus on what you're eating. Notice I'm eating the -3, right? I'm eating the -3. So since I'm eating the -3, that means I shade to the left. Simple as that. With this one, Sophia. Sophie.
Oh, okay. I actually was confused on who you're calling on. Like, I actually
Unreal. Unreal.
I put an open circle at the 2.
Open circle at the 2.
And I drew
Love
my
it.
arrow
Which way are we shading? Left or right?
left.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Left.
What?
Left.
What? Still can't hear you.
Just screaming to the screen.
Which way?
I said left.
Right?
Oh yeah, it is right. Just kidding.
Right.
It's right.
Yeah, we're shading to the right because we're eating the X. So we're going to shade to the right. Nice job. Sorry, the AC is really loud.
It's okay.
Yeah, my bad, my bad. My bad. My bad. Okay? All right. Oh. All right, you guys try. There are 4 problems on the next page. I want you guys to try. And with number 2, don't worry about that it's 1.4. Just estimate it. You'll be okay. You gotta take care of that. Whenever you get called out, it's just because your parents forgot to do
My parents forgot to do that earlier today.
the. You okay, Kevin? Sorry. you're sick. You can write a rap that review about me on ratemyteacher.com.
It's probably a website where you can read teachers.
It's really a website. Ratemyteacher.com.
What's your rating so far?
Don't know. I heard Sean gave me like a 5-star review on Yelp.
It's not stars, it's Apple.
Is it Apple though? You okay with that? You okay? Hold on. Okay. All right, let's look at number 1. I'm just going to toss these up here. I'm eating the X, so it means I'm shooting to the right. I have a line under my symbol, that means it's closed. So I'm going to have a closed circle at 3, and I'm shading to the right. Now, why am I like really focusing on all this stuff? Well, at some point, you're going to have to take the keystones. Might be this year, might be next year. I don't know. But you're going to have to take the keystone. Inequalities are going to be on it. And if it's multiple choice, these are little tricks that will kind of help you in eliminating answers. Here, for number 2, line under, closed circle. I'm not eating the X. I'm shading to the left. 1.4. That's right about there. Okay, so it's a closed circle, and I'm shading to the left. Number 3, no line under, open circle. I'm eating the X, so that means I'm shading to the right. So open circle, shade to the right. Finally, here, 6. 6 isn't on here, is it? That's where it is, right there. That's 6. Well, I have to include 6 on it because I need a place to put my circle. So it's going to be an open circle, and I'm not eating the X, so I'm shading to the left. Everything I own in a box to the left. What's up? Can you? Can you beat me a rock, paper, scissors, shoot? Always throw a rock. You sure about this? Maybe I'm just lying to you. Maybe I throw a paper. Or scissors, just to mess with you. You sure? I'm undefeated for that. All right, here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I told you I was throwing rock. I literally said I was throwing rock. You think I'm a liar? Unreal. You like that? It's called Jedi mind tricks. Of course you can go to the bathroom. Yes. Told you I was undefeated today. She isn't even back. Yeah, I really am. Bathroom's right there. All right, let's get through these problems and then we're done. Modeling with mathematics. All right. The graph shows the height restrictions, h in inches, for 2 rides in an amusement park. Write an inequality that represents the height restrictions for each ride. Okay, Arshad, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Nobody in their right mind, when you go to an amusement park, thinks about inequalities, right? They got a little stick. They're like stand, and then they swing the stick, and if it hits your head, you're good to go. If you're taller than it, you're good to go, right? That's how it works. You ever been to Dorney Park?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They got this little stick, and they're like, "Yo, here you go." And they smack you right in the head.
Last time I went to Dorney Park was my birthday, and I got an ear infection.
Six Flags? That's what I went to see. Nice. You know what I'm talking about, but nobody thinks about it this way. All right, so it says, write an inequality that represents the height restrictions for each ride. Give it to me in words, Harshan. What does that A mean? Give it to me in words. Like, what does the sign say at Dorney Park for steel force? No idea? You're not picking up what I'm putting down, are you? Unreal. If
It means that x is greater than 48, so you would have you would say x is greater than 48.
you need to be
X inches. You get at least 48.
So that's what the sign would say for steel force. You need to be at least 48 inches tall. Here's the inequality. It's going to say X is greater than or equal to 48. Ride B. Ride B is more of a AIDS type of ride. Okay, it's like the Bernstein Bear Country at Dorney Park. You know what I'm saying? Nate, what does this one say?
You need to be at least 52 inches long.
Close. At most is the wrong part. Why is at most wrong? What type of circle is that? Open. At most would mean closed. Okay. So you need to be less than. Okay. I know it's tricky, right? But we're trying to get through these things now. So you need to be less than 52 inches. You guys are killing me this morning. Who would you like now? Okay, will do. All right, bye. Who do you think it is? Ms. Pender.
I already had to go down there.
All right, so you need to be less than 52 inches tall. So this would look like this. X is less than 52. Other right. On a fishing trip, this is more my style. Love fishing. All right, so I got you guys on this.
Where do you go fishing tomorrow?
Secret. On a fishing trip, you can catch two fish. The weight of the first fish is 1.2 pounds. The second fish weighs at least 0.5 pounds more than the first fish. Right? An inequality that represents the possible weights of the second fish. So, second fish weighs at least 0.5 more. So that's going to be greater than or equal to, and then it's going to be 1.2 plus 0.5. So it's 1.7 pounds. Fishermen never give up their fishing poles. But
I broke a fishing pole and I went fishing before.
yeah. Now I fish in Chester Creek. All right. There are 430 people in a wave pool. Okay. The maximum capacity is 600. Write an inequality that represents how many more people can enter the pool. No, not with 0 because they can't social distance. That is the right answer. That is the most 2020 answer. I love it.
This is a wave pool.
That's a good answer. All right, here we go. So, how many more people could enter? Heath?
170.
How'd you get Now, could it be equal to, or does it have to be less?
It could be equal to.
Yeah, so X needs to be less than or equal to 170 people. And I think that's it, right?